Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on working with the horses scheduled features of the iForgeAhead scheduling system. I'm here in a detail screen for a specific appointment, and you'll notice that the lower portion of this screen deals with horses scheduled. This feature allows you to list individual horses to be worked during this specific appointment. And the advantage of using this feature is that you can control individual information about this horse within this screen and get historical information on each horse, which will be helpful to you as you prepare for the appointment. Now that you've seen the features of the horses scheduled option, let's go ahead and start working with those on a different appointment. I'm going to return to the schedule. And you'll notice when we get to the schedule grid that my appointment bars have a number after each customer name. I've set that up specifically in the appointment settings screen, which you can set to control what information is displayed for each appointment bar. So after each customer, I'm displaying a number that indicates how many horses are scheduled for this appointment. I'm going to go into this appointment right now, which has 0 horses currently scheduled. I'll double click that appointment to get to the appointment details screen. And you'll see on this screen we still have the horses scheduled section at the bottom, but there are no specific horses listed. To add horses to an appointment, you'll use this drop down. And this has a number of features available. In addition to listing the individual names of the active horses for this customer, it's showing you the last visit for each horse, how many weeks between that horse is usually scheduled, and the due date for the horse. This is a great feature, in addition to which you can sort by any of these columns by clicking on the column header. So if we sort by the due date column, that will automatically put the horses that are due first at the top of the list. And you can go through the list and put a check mark next to each horse that you'd like to include on this appointment. You can also use this checkbox at the top to select all horses with one click. I'm going to unselect the last horse, and once you have the check marks next to the horses to be included, click this Add Selected Horses button at the bottom of the list. Now we'll return to the grid, and you'll see that those horses have been added into the grid. The additional columns displayed are helpful to you in preparing for your appointment. The first field is a specific note just for this horse for this appointment that you can edit, which I'll show you in just a second. The next columns are read-only, and they're pulling information from other parts of the system. Prior notes will include any note that you have entered in the horse's record in the past where you have checked the box that says include this note on future appointments. So if you entered something from your last visit for Jack 6 weeks ago in a note and checked that box, that note will appear right here to remind you of what was going on at the time. The last visit column is pulling information from the invoicing module, and it's showing you the date of the last visit and the various services that you performed and how much you charged for those. Finally, the number of last visits column controls how many previous invoices are used to pull in information here. It defaults to 1, but if you need to go back farther in history, you can change it to the last 2-3 visits, for example. So to edit information on these rows, you'll click the Edit Pencil button, and the row that you'll be editing is going to have a dark background, and the 2 fields that you can change are the horse note that specifically relates just to this appointment, or the number of last visits to use. You can make those changes here in these boxes, and when you're finished, remember to click the green check mark for Save. You can also use the red X to delete the horse from this appointment. I'll do that now. And just to be clear, that does not remove the horse from the iForgeAhead system, it just removes him from this appointment. And we can always go back to our list and add more horses if needed. A nice feature is we can go ahead and select all horses, and even though we already have Jack in the appointment and have selected him here, the system will know not to add him twice. So now we have all horses for this customer scheduled for this appointment. That's all for this tutorial. Thanks very much.